Hello once again, and I am mRz, bringing you a game here between Root Minigun and Root CatZ here. I think that should be Inflow Minigun. I think he changed his name, but didn't have another name change there. But I do think it's Inflow Minigun. I'm here bringing you some StarCraft 2 action on this fine Wednesday afternoon here. And this is on our new channel on Justin TV. Justin TV / mRz TV, mRz TV. You know, I'm affiliated with the University of Washington, and I'm really doing this for you guys in the University of Washington so that everybody has some StarCraft action to watch when they're bored or when they just get back from classes. So I'm going to be casting some pro replays. Both of these players very, very high skilled, very good players. Root CatZ will be the yellow Zerg, and Inflow Minigun, or as his name says, Root Minigun, will be the turquoise Protoss. Light blue Protoss here. I did previously just do a Terran vs Protoss cast of Cloud versus Liquid the Little One. So do check that out in the channel. There should be a VOD up of that. And here we go. This game is getting underway. Inflow Mini streams quite a bit, and he's quite a popular player. Root CatZ himself doing very well on the Zerg race. The Zerg players in the North America are far and few in between. And it looks like he's going to go for a 15 hatch, a hatch first against Protoss. And he's going to be glad to know that Minigun did not start for a Forge first, with a Forge first. That is quite annoying for Zergs to deal with. And here we go, Zerg versus Protoss, Inflow Mini. Now scouting into Root CatZ base. He's going to see Root CatZ getting a gas first before the pool. So very interesting, expansion, gas, and then pool. So he's opting for quite a late pool. But that's going to be very nice in terms of timing for Speedling. He's going to be able to get that speed upgrade quite quickly, making him a bit safer against any kind of super stalker pressure that Protoss players sometimes do. And it looks like Root Minigun going to take both of his gas geysers very quickly here. This probe continuing to do more scouting, and the spawning pool now down for Root CatZ. Now, Xel'Naga Caverns, very wide open natural. That's going to be quite hard. That's usually quite hard to defend against any kind of harass. Mainly, actually, I'm thinking about Terran vs Zerg. I'm always thinking about that Hellion harass as a Zerg player, and it's just you need quite a bit of spine crawlers to defend that. But this matchup, Zerg vs Protoss, and the thing about that is so a lot of Protoss like putting forward pylons here on the side or on the lower ground here so that when they push up they can warp into the high ground. And there's very little that the Zerg can do to snipe down those forward pylons, but we'll have to see what Minigun decides to do here. He's going to be working on this drone with his Zealot. The probe tries to zap that drone, but here we go. The Stalker will finally get the kill. And Root CatZ going to be comfortably droning away, and look at that drone saturation already. He's doing pretty good on harvester count. He's not feeling much pressure right now, so I guarantee you he's going to just be pumping out drones. And once he got enough gas for speed, he's just going back to minerals, all minerals, because he wants drones and he wants links. And now a single stalker moving out. This brave little stalker is going to see what he can snipe, and it looks like he's going to get to the drones there. Oh, and that's some very good micro. CatZ pulling back that weakened drone. And the Stalker not doing substantial damage. And Root CatZ just making a handful of Zerglings, but the Zealot and Stalker combination will be enough to handle that. It looks like, oh, the Queen pops out just in time. Uh-oh, and will the Queen get sniped? And here comes the Zerglings from the back. Root CatZ really should preserve that Queen's life, and some miss micro, and this is going to be very close, and one more hit on that Queen will kill it. Here comes a Stalker. Oh my god, that is so close, and the Queen does fall, so an early Queen kill by Minigun there, and that's going to be quite a good advantage, as it will slow down larva production, and it'll hamper the creep spread that the Zerg wants in the early game. Now these Lings are going to be skittering across the map. Speedling upgrade now finished, and it looks like Minigun is going to opt for a fast Twilight Council and Blink Stalkers. So we're going to be seeing some 4-gate blink here on Xel'Naga Caverns, and as I was saying, this can be so bad if Minigun places some very nice pylons to do some warp-in on outside his base. But we'll have to see how he decides to execute this push. A 4-gate Blinkstalker. Let's see what the Zerg player has scouted. Not very much. And so I really wonder. He scouted the double gas, and that's usually indicative of a slower, kind of less aggressive push. But as we can see, this 4-gate is going to get very aggressive very, very quickly. Taking a look at the income count, it looks like Minigun's still producing probes, but he might have just cut it just then. And yep, he's not continuing to make any probes there. So it looks like this is the timing that Minigun wants. He's pushing out with a handful of stalkers here and a single probe to put down that forward pylon that I have been harping about all game long. And how will Root CatZ defend this? Look at all those spine crawlers going up, but it will not be fast enough. A Roach Warren down there, and that's going to be instrumental in defending this, but I think the push is too early. 22 Zerglings in production, and how much drone damage will CatZ take before he's able to fend off these stalkers? The forward pylon is on the way. It will finish very shortly, and that's going to have 4 additional stalkers reinforcing. And here comes the Zerglings. Those are some very nice force fields cutting off that surface area, and there's some great blink micro preserving all the stalkers' life. Will one of these stalkers get sniped off? And no, that forward pylon working very well to push Root CatZ back, and this is just such a desperate situation now. The stalkers moving in the side. Uh-oh, and the spine crawl is shifting up. They take forever to root themselves, and these stalkers doing very good positioning here. And look at that blink micro. Just such good tacticianry by Minigun here, and he's going to be blinking these stalkers up once again. Look at that. That is just a very, very fancy blink micro, but now Root CatZ has been able to fend off for long enough that his Roach Warren is down, and I do think I saw a Dark Shrine there, or did I see it wrong? Perhaps I saw it wrong, but going back to the action here, a transfuse onto the spine crawler wants to preserve its life for just a bit longer, but it does get sniped down, and this Blinkstalker crash is going to be doing a lot of damage. He gets 1 or 2 more drones there. And how will Root CatZ defend this? He's now off of mining, and this is just such a strong push by Minigun. Generally, Zerg players will want to get the Hydralisks out, but Root CatZ being caught a little off guard there, and now he is in a very bad situation. Another transfuse down on the spine crawler, and just look at that micro once again by Minigun. He's just blinking down to the lower ground, negating the effectiveness of the Zerglings and the drones, and now the Roaches are kind of lost at what they should do. And that is just so bad. It doesn't look like Minigun. I did confuse that Stalker portrait for a Dark Shrine. But nevertheless, this is such a strong push. More spine crawlers down, but that is not going to come up in time. And look at Minigun just sniping down CatZ's spine crawlers there. And this was just such a well-executed Blinkstalker push. Very little that Root CatZ can do now to come back into this game. You can see now his money is getting a bit high, but that is because he just does not have enough larva to spend it all. He's been using all his larva maximally, and he wasn't able to get the mining that he would have liked at the timing that he would have liked, and now he's just falling behind in unit production, falling behind in the economy there, and that is going to spell the end of the Zerg player here. A great one-base push by the Protoss player, well-executed Blinkstalker rush, and it looks like Root CatZ is going to be going in for one final push. Oh, and he's pulling back again. He's going to hold off on one base for as long as he can, but that is just a lot of stalkers there. And look at that. He doesn't even really need to use much blink micro anymore. That is a nice transfuse on that Roach, but it's just going to overwhelm his opponent. Look at that fancy blink micro and good game. It looks like Minigun gets the upper hand in this match. I hope you all have enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter at ArthurMRZ, and once again, if you want to get involved with the University of Washington StarCraft Club, visit us at uwstarcraft.org. See ya.